Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Beautiful Tuesday evening as I'm doing this reading, and I have the After Tarot on the tarot table. Sorry about the shine from the ring light. The After Tarot is my makeup and breakup, or breakup and makeup. You have to break up before you make up. Tarot deck, of course. And we're going to look at a story from Kinsey Schofield, who has got something of a job for herself reporting from LA on gossip surrounding the Parkles, and she apparently has a podcast, and she apparently was interviewing Enty on it. Enty is of the lawyer with the CDAN website where celebrity gossip is posted and very often revealed as well. And according to Enty, I think I've got the story right, the talk of the town is that the Parkles have another 5 to 10 years in them before they officially divorce. That is what people suspect. He's big mates with Bill Simmons, the effing grifter guy, and Bill Simmons doesn't think that they're going to split right now. And so, oh no, do we have another 5 to 10 years? I thought it would be all over by the end of this year. Then when I looked at it again more recently, it looked as if it was going to stretch out a little bit. Makes sense. They're both trying to set themselves up for post-divorce life. Harry in Africa, Meghan in LA, moving to Malibu, either trying to hook up with a new billionaire or get those deals that she's supposed to be getting with WME, the William Morris agency. Nothing yet, and time is ticking by, so maybe a bit of high anxiety there. Anyway, what I'm going to do, just for fun, because that's what we do here, we do tarot for fun, I'm going to pull a card for the next, I thought, 8 years. Let's take us to 2030. So 8 cards, a card a year, and let's see what the story is between now and 2030. And I'm laughing because I promised myself that I would keep doing this until the divorce. So I didn't expect to be doing this in 10 years' time, reading on Harry and Meghan. And I'm sure that you're all sitting there thinking, well, I don't think we're going to be watching tarot in 10 years' time on Harry and Meghan. But anyway, let's see where we're heading. Where is it going? And perhaps I'll post this video, and the announcement will be in the press tomorrow, the end. Perhaps they'll stay together like Wallace and David did forever and ever, and defy everyone. We'll see. And I know that there are people who sometimes complain, how dare I read on things like this and not respect the sanctity of marriage. But, well, she's a divorcee, and Harry announced very publicly he only got married because he wanted the respect that marriage would bring him and the perks in the royal family. So I think the sanctity of marriage flew out the window ages ago. That's my personal opinion. And, of course, it's all just entertainment and fun and my opinion and speculation and gossip and all that stuff. And I read energy here, and it's archetypal energy, of course. And disclaimer in the box below. So there are cards, and if we get anything interesting, then I'll pull 2 cards at the end to see who might be going from the marriage, who might be the one that leaves first. Interesting underlying energy. Justice card is legal proceedings, and very often a divorce card if you're doing that kind of reading, which we are. And the Chariot is the proper underlying energy, and the Chariot reversed. Chariot reversed is the road, the end of the road. That is roadblock, stop, no more, do not pass go, and the end. So there it is, showing up in our underlying energy. And of course it's ambition as well, and political ambition. The Chariot, very much about politics. And we're going to read on that next, because we've had a fun story from Lady C about that. And so that's what's next today. But let's have a look. This year, we're going to start here, and we're going to work that way to 2030. And if I suddenly say it's 2002 or something, I'm not very good with time. I'm not really here. And numbers aren't my strong point, so bear with me if our years go a bit out of shape. But 2023, this is where we are right now. What's happening? Somebody would like to leave but can't. It's the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody would like to run away. We've got this energy before in readings on situation between them recently, very recently. I can't remember exactly which reading because they've all sort of blurred into one now. But the Seven of Swords upright would be someone sneaking off, disappearing, ghosting, leaving under cover of darkness. In reverse, can't. Desperate to run away, but can't. So the thought is there, but stuck. All right. Next year, 2024. What's happening? They're not going to be working together with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So Brand Sussex is over officially with that card. It's not signing, divorce papers. It's separating their brands, no longer collaborating, no longer working together, no longer viewed as a unit, no longer sharing the same people. You might hear about Archie Well sort of silently folding and fading away, or no longer being heard about, or becoming very much the vehicle for one of them rather than both of them. So it doesn't bode well, but it still looks, it's still not giving me a clear answer. 2025. That's our lawyers, King of Swords. So my 2-year theory stacking up here. King of Swords is lawyers, is accountants, is experts, is somebody who's made a very harsh decision. The King of Lawyers, Freudian slip. The King of Swords, air sign man, King of Swords, but it's being decisive, it's not being swayed by your emotions and things like that. It's visionary, very intelligent, witty. When he's upright, when he's in the reverse, he's had enough, and he can be cold and ruthless and brutal. Bring that sword down. It's over. It's done. My money is they have both of them. They really want this to be over. They're going to slide away in a business sense next year, but it looks like we could be still talking about this in 2025, and the big news could hit then. This is, of course, speculative energy. Energy changes, timelines change. Something could happen radically out of the blue. We don't know. Universe knows these things better than we do. Of course, we try and look and see what's going on, but anything could happen to change this dramatically. Let's take it forward. So that's 3/4/5/2026. What's the status of them as a couple? We're moving into the calm after the storm, I would say, with that. When we start to get healing energy, we might start getting reconciliation with royal stories in 2026. Finally back in the fold. That is very much, I'm not going to say the thought that's come into my mind there. A bit of a grim thought, so I'm going to scratch it. Some of you might also have the thought when you're looking at that card, so we'll scratch that. Temperance is about harmony, balance, healing after chaos and conflict. It can be also rehab and stuff like that. So it might be that after this turbulent time and this divorce, there is a lot of work that's done on inner healing and detoxing and reconciling, or trying to reconcile with family. But that's a long way out. That's 2026. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2027, what's going on between them? I think we're done pretty early on. What's going on between them? Depression, rejection, probably not speaking to each other, looking back at it and thinking, my needs weren't met, it was awful. We might get them on the therapist's couch. We might hear about things about how toxic it really actually was. So that's 7, 8, 9, 30, 7, 20, 28. What's going on between them there? That's again, it's just telling me the same as the Three of Pentacles. 3 of Wands in reverse. It's something that's withered and died. Somebody's no longer waiting for reconciliation or fixing or anything like that. This is the aftershocks, the afterburn, the trying to recover from it, the trying to carve out a new path, trying to process what's happened. And good Lord, it's toxic. What has happened is enormously toxic. Fallen out with both families, all the friends, made a absolute fools of themselves on the public stage, rejected by the establishment in America, rejected by the political establishment in America, and the Hollywood world, the celebrity world, are rejected. They're rejected by high society in the UK. So they've really made a mess of things, in my opinion, and many other people's opinions as well. And so deals falling through, business not prospering, whatever. And this is not collective. This is not Harry and Meghan business. This is their own enterprises. 2029, how are things going to be going for them? We've got the Eight of Swords, so that's, I think, still struggling, both of them, to find a new path, a new vision, a new plan, a way out of the mess. Not that they haven't got out of the mess, they've got out of the mess over here. Pretty clear about that. 2025 for me, this tells me, but it's telling me that there's lingering toxicity and trouble going on 26, 27, 28, 2029. They're still dealing with the aftershocks, with the how do I see a new future? How do I create a new vision for myself? The Eight of Swords is about being stuck in a mindset and about lacking vision, inability to see the possibilities in life. So it's going to take its toll, this, whatever happens. And 2030, just because I randomly wanted an end point for this, we got Knight of Swords in reverse. That's nastiness, that's fighting, that's saying horrible things about each other. So it looks like the mess could go on for a long time. Fights, stuckness, and not being able to see a way forward, fighting with each other, fighting with the world, fighting demons, whatever the Knight of Swords in reverse represents. It's attacks and counterattacks and briefing against each other and that kind of thing. We saw it with Charles and Di, that toxicity went on for a long time afterwards. And it's the same kind of thing, and it's the energy that I picked up when I was looking at them at the start of the year and looking at how the year would be going between them. And I saw that blowing hot and cold and also briefing against each other, and we've got it here still. So pretty clear that they want out. They're separating their brand in the coming months, and then it looks like it's all over within a couple of years. So I don't think we've got 5 to 10 years to wait for this. Everything with the Parkles happens at a blinding speed. So I think 5 to 10 years is farcical. That's just my opinion. Let's pull some cards and see Harry's energy first. Is he going to be the one that walks away? Oops. I got that just fell out. Six of Swords in reverse. It's no. He's going to stay in this mess because he's got nowhere else to go. If it was upright, it just literally shot out when I did a one shuffle. I think it was off camera, but never mind. Harry doesn't look like the one who's going to leave. Let's see Meghan. Is Meghan going to be the one who walks away? Who's going to abandon ship? Harry's going to stay on that stinking boat. Who is Meghan? Is Meghan going to be the one that's out the door? It's a bit obvious that she is, given that Six of Swords in reverse. But let's see. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's a major arcana, and it's giving up as a bad luck. And she's apparently already talking that kind of talk, if you believe what Neil Sean says. He's to blame. Harry is to blame for not scoring, trips on Air Force One. And if he can't manage to do that, then what earthly use is he to her? So I think that's what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is, that she thought it was going to be brilliant. She thought it was going to be billions and high status and, everyone falling on their knees and bowing when the Parkles appeared in public. And it's turned out to be anything but. She's at the moment trying to merch button-down shirts, white shirts, and try and make them her own. She's fallen a long, long way. And so it looks like Harry's going to just plow on there because, too humiliating to actually admit that he was wrong. And it looks like she's the one who's going to finally admit that this was all a big mess, didn't serve her in the way she thought it was going to do, and wash her hands of the whole disaster. So there you go. We've got some time ahead of us, seemingly, but as I say, it could all change overnight with some radical new story. And so let's see what the next few months and years bring us. That's the story. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.